So I finished Starling House. I gave this 4 out of 5. It was okay. It was okay. It wasn't bad. It kind of felt like an education of malice, where I was just like, I'm vibing with it. It's more of a palate cleanser. You read it in between other books. I feel like if this was a little bit longer and we explored the world a little bit, it would have been cool. I feel like there's a few info dumps here and there, but it isn't that bad. But you can tell, like, when there's heavy info dump pages, you're just like, oh, okay. I definitely wanted to explore more of the fantasy elements of this world because it, when it got interesting, it got really, really interesting. I think just with the fantasy elements alone, if it was a TV show, I could do like a full season of it. Just like a standalone season, just them expanding on the fantasy elements. I could just do that alone. Also, the ending kind of leaves it open where if they were to create a second book, it'd actually be interesting. It'd be interesting to see where it goes. Like, not a cliffhanger, but just if they were to ever want to create a second book, I'd actually want to see it. And I want them to build on everything they wrote in this and then just build on that. It was giving a little bit of like Stranger Things, but like a little bit of like Alice in Wonderland mixed with like a sentient house, like Monster House. If you guys remember that cartoon movie, Monster House, it was very much giving that. Yeah, I think we could have spent a little bit more time on the fantasy elements and we could have spent a little bit more time on the love story. I feel like we'd spent quite a bit of time on the family elements of it, and I do appreciate that. I really, really appreciate them spending time, like her staying true to her character and spending time with her brother, and basically she's a mother to her brother. So that was interesting to see. It was interesting to see the decisions she made, the morally great decisions, the decisions that were not so great. But like I said, I think we could have spent a little bit more time on the love. I feel like once we get to love, it kind of like just slaps you in the face, and it's just like you're in love now. You're in love. You're in love. And it's like I can't have spent a little bit more time falling in love. I mean, a few cute things happen here and there, but I feel like it could have been a little bit extended. Like, see, there are certain books that need to be condensed, and there are certain books that just need to be extended. This is one of those books where it's quick fiction, but this could definitely be this can definitely be extended because it's already so condensed. Like, this can be expanded upon because the fiction is quick. Like, the fiction just goes, and goes. Versus there are some other books where I'm just like, this needs to be condensed. Like, this is too much. Then I feel like with this, we got a little bit of everything, a little bit of fantasy, a little bit of romance, a little bit of mystery, just a little bit of everything. Like, we went to a buffet and we just put a little bit of every single like thing that we saw at the buffet. And we're like, nibble nibble, nibble nibble, nibble nibble. Like, just got a little bit of everything. We didn't really get like too much of one thing. Not necessarily bad for the book that it was, but if you want more quick fiction, if you want something that just will pass the time, something in between a book, something with a little bit of mystery, then I think this book is definitely it. The book definitely has some beautiful artwork in it. Let me see if I can find a page that won't be like a spoiler. So, like, this is one of the artworks in the book. Really pretty. This would be easily adapted into a movie. Like, I could see, because of the way that it's so condensed, this could easily be adapted into a movie and be a good 2 hour long movie. They have some triggers in this. I would Definitely look out. This has loss of a parent, grief, car crash. I don't know. I feel like I would have just enjoyed this a little bit more if it was just, there's some there's some books that have like a lot of info dumping, and I would just enjoy it more if we were to spread it out throughout the book and we were to find out the information naturally. And I feel like this had a lot of conversations. There was a lot of times where it was done naturally, but there was a lot of times where it was just done where it's like you just feel like the characters are just regurgitating information, and you're just like, oh, wow. And like for some people, they love that kind of storytelling, and if that's this kind of storytelling that you like, then that would be okay. This, like I said, this is like medium info dumping, where here and there I feel like it could have been done differently. But there are other areas in the book where I'm like, okay, this is the only way that it can absolutely be done. But sometimes it just doesn't feel like natural. It feels a little like wonky.